Welcome back. We just went over a mini lesson on fractions. If you missed it, you can go ahead and click on that. But we're going to be comparing fractions within this next game. It's called Fraction Face-Off. Same kind of idea as the addition, subtraction, multiplication face-off. You're going to be comparing with a person next to you. We're going to be using our symbols of less than, greater than, or equal to. So if you need to write it down just to refresh yourself, that's perfectly fine. So keep in mind that the alligator mouth is going to eat the bigger fraction, but they have names. So less than is your L turned sideways, less is an L, less than. So greater than is the opposite, and then equal to. You're going to need 2 dice and then something to write with. You can use a piece of notebook paper. I just chose to use a dry erase board. So person 1 versus person 2. I have 2 different colors. I just like to keep track of who's who by using different colors. You're going to roll the 2 dice. Now, we can't put the bigger number over the smaller number because that would be an improper fraction. We're not doing improper fractions in this game. We're going to keep it as smaller number on the top. So I have a 1 and a 6. My fraction is 1/6. Player 2 rolls. We have a 2 and a 4. I can't do 4 over 2. That would be improper. We're not going to do improper fractions right now. So our fraction is 2/4. You can draw a picture to help you know the difference between. You could you could create equivalent fractions to help you know the difference. 2/4. If you think about 4, half of 4 is 2, so I know that 2/4 is equal to 1/2. Now, I'm going to circle what's the same. My numerator's the same, and if I know about common numerators, is that if you have a small denominator, you're going to have a bigger piece. If you have a big denominator, you're going to have a small piece because you have to share it with more people. So between 6 and 2, which one's my smaller number? That would be 2. I use the smiley face, sad face method. So, 2 is the smaller number, but my pieces are bigger. 6 is the bigger number, but my pieces are smaller. So 1/6 would be less than 1/2. Player 2 got the point. I have a 5 and a 2, so my fraction has to be, you can draw a line, might get that mixed up, 2/5. Player 2 has a 5 and a 6. Ooh, we might have to draw a picture to go with this. So 5/6. And I like to do circles, they're easiest to cut up. I would shade 5 because 5 is my pieces, 6 is the whole. And then 2/5, I'm going to try to draw the same size circle, cut it into 5, which is like a star, and shade 2. Which one has more of the pieces of the whole shaded? That would be 5/6. So 5/6 would be bigger than 2/5. 2/5 is less than 5/6. So far, this player 2 is winning the game. Okay. Player 1. Ooh, I rolled a 1/6 again. So 1/6. Player 2. 5/6. We just did that one, but I like it because we actually have something the same here. We have a 6 and a 6. if the denominators are the same, you want the bigger number on top because you get more of the whole. If you have the smaller on top, you get less of the whole. So, between 1 and 5, which one's bigger? 5 is bigger. You get more of the whole. So, 1/6 is less than 5/6. If you want to put a sad face, you can. You can use the check mark sad face method. That's what I use. You don't have to. I think I have space for one more set of fractions if I squeeze it in. So our fraction is 2/3. And 2/5. So, can we circle what's the same? Yes. I have a 2 and a 2. Now I need to look at my denominators. So if I know anything about the denominators, if I have a small denominator, my pieces are bigger. If I have a big denominator, my pieces are smaller. Small denominator, big piece. Big denominator, small piece. So between 3 and 5, which one's smaller? 3 is smaller, but my pieces are bigger. 5 is bigger, but my pieces are smaller. So 2/3 is greater than 2/5. Player 2 got 1, 2, 3 of the points. Player 1 only got 1 of the points. You could play this against yourself just to practice, or you can face off against somebody and test your fraction knowledge against that person. Completely up to you. Like I said, make the game your own. Be creative. You can do it on notebook paper. You can draw a picture, or you can use the strategies that we've learned together. So have fun. Thank you for watching.